is hell-bent from the onset, from which he recants and still proceeds to want to implicate the accused based on a fictitious contract to kill.
Whether or not convicted hitman Muzikayise Malephane is a credible witness will come under scrutiny. This as Acting High Court Judge Stuart Wilson deliberates on the merits of the case. Ntuthuko Shoba is standing trial for the murder of his pregnant girlfriend, Tshegofatso Pule. The state's case relies heavily on evidence from Malephane, who confessed to the murder following his arrest weeks after the killing.
It appears that if Mr. Malephane could not make contact on the disputed number, he then switches over to Mr. Shoba's registered phone number. Now, that did not only occur on the 29th of May, Malone.
Yeah.
This Honorable Court will also see that, and I alluded to that, I'll come to that factor also later in my heads of argument, but in paragraph 20, on the 3rd of June, he did the same, Malone.
Yeah.
And on the 28th of May, in Exhibit I, that deals with Mr. Malephane's cell phone record, that same pattern occurred, Malone, where at 13:05, he calls the disputed number. He could not make contact with Mr. Shoba, and then at 13:06, he then phones Mr. Shoba on his registered phone.
However, Shoba has been steadfast in claiming a conspiracy. His defense argues that the court should reject Malephane's version of events. Pule was last seen leaving Shoba's Rudiport home just after 10 p.m. the night she was killed, getting into a jeep that linked Malephane to the case. Giving testimony, the convicted killer described how Shoba orchestrated the hit. However, Shoba has contradicted himself over the pair's acquaintance and meeting. After 4 weeks of witnesses and evidence, Judge Wilson now has the task to rule on Shoba's fate. Hasina Gori, SABC News, Johannesburg.